Hey everybody, this is the last of the GameCube, and hopefully, welcome to my new Let's Play of... Yes, I'm not going to be doing Mario Party 4 right at the moment. I'm doing this as a side Let's Play of Mario Party 4. This actually happens to be one of the first games after Luigi's Mansion to the GameCube. I haven't finished the game once, but matter of fact, I got it just 2 days ago. I bought it myself just 2 days ago. I'm going to be starting a new log. Now, this is a strategy game, but if I get interrupted somehow, I'm going to have to cut time out of the video. Because I've just be forewarned, this disc is filthy. Sorry. Wow, that meteor... Is it me, or does that meteor have an Aurora Borealis attached to it? Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down! I'm bursting in the flames! Sorry, I had to do that. Yes, crash landed on a planet. And this is an example of what I meant before the cutscene started. This is going to be filthy, but I've discovered that sometimes if you put the disc back in, the disc will be able to be read. Trust me. I've already turned the GameCube off once. See? It's not being filthy. I'm actually prepared for a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna be cutting time out of the video. I'm not gonna split any clips because that would be worse. And we've woken up on a faraway planet where we are stranded with a destroyed ship almost. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of the Leviathan is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded! To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate the planet's environment contains a high level of poisonous oxygen. What the? How the hell is oxygen poisonous? Seriously. That's not Nintendo logic. That is scientific logic. Yeah, the reason why I stopped talking is because I just like that part of the music. I don't know why, because it sounds a little weird. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then... No! Better not to think about it. I must find the missing spaceship parts. Missing ship parts. Yeah, and this is the GameCube version. And going over the controls, obviously controls some moves. It's pretty much... Yeah. You also move your range. There's a game on the Wii version, but the Wii version is a lot less difficult than the GameCube version. Of course, I'm holding the GameCube version. And this is called an onion. Oh my god, I sprouted a seed. Strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we called an onion. I shall call this an onion too. It doesn't look anything like an onion. It has a flower on top. And why did you think it was a machine? Actually, I can see why you thought it was a machine. Wait, what is it? You shall call it an onion too? If you said you're gonna call it an onion too, why did you ask what it was? Nintendo logic. And that seed that it sprouted is the introduction to your so-called slaves. Look at this. May not look like a slave, but trust me, it will. Look like it. See that the onion drop took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. Actually, I think it is adorable as well, since it shoots off light. The sprout emits a strange light. I just said that, Almar! And it sways back and forth. Without benefit of wind, I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. The GameCube controls are all gone over throughout the entire course of the game. And, of course, I get interrupted by the disc not being able to be read. My second take, because the first take showed the volume not even working. It's not the GameCube, it's definitely the disc. GameCube doesn't do what the other games. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Piggy has done no visible damage. This is actually the combination of animal and plant. Just stands there staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pikmin brand carrots I love so much. I believe I should call it Pikmin. Yeah, it's not a plant. Pikmin are actually the combination of plant and animal. I'll go over that later because it's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. You're fighting to survive? You haven't even done anything yet. You're not going to be doing that much throughout the course of the game anyway. I must research this past. That's the only thing I'm spoiling so far. Creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it'll react to C and X as well. X dismisses the Pikmin, and C just organizes all your Pikmin into one specific spot. The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. You mean give you several viewpoints. Rotate the camera into the position that you're facing. You can't. It's like the L button in Super Mario Sunshine, only you can't use the C button for that. Well, to follow the cursor. Move it R to zoom in and out. It just randomly zooms out at different angles. It won't go into it an angle that you want. It's always random. Z to change the angle. It's from this angle that they mean is like satellite control. It looks like it is on a satellite. The angle that it's changed to is the angle that a satellite is viewed on. I don't know what I'm saying. You'll see on screen what I meant, but I think I think I mentioned it correctly. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Yep. R, Z. See what I mean? It's like satellite controls. Press A to... You can press A to throw, but you have to hold on to A if you want to hold on to the Pikmin. Yeah. Press X to dismiss it. B to call, but that doesn't happen every single place. Why did he stop? What does this Pikmin think of me? I must observe its reactions. The more things I try, the more reactions I can catalog. I shall attempt to grab it and throw it with A, and then call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will also respond to C and X. Why did you go over the control again? You can only do that in the range that there is within those dots. Otherwise, they'll not respond. Or you can call them, or you can just go toward them to call them back. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. They can fight that, but you can also fight it by pressing A. Pressing C, going on to C thing. Almar can also fight things, but he's not too strong. Wow. Astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. Small red petal of the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of fruit that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Let's say this turning to life form. It's an incubator that has given off a species. I did not mean to throw the Pikmin! Yeah, that's Nintendo logic. Did I say to do that? Okay. Yeah, use the C stick to line them up in a specific way. And you can see Almar's making a noise when he holds onto the C button. And you can repeatedly tap onto the A button to save the effort of getting all this Pikmin. Move over here! Did you really just trip there? And of course, you can't jump. You can only attack. Which sucks, because I'd rather have Olimar jump anyway. Hurry up. Yeah, good thing this is the first day, because if this was not the first day, then I would be wasting time. And yes, there is a time limit later in the game. In fact, there's a time limit after this video. Each video will show every specific day, because each day is literally 13 minutes long. I am not kidding. Every day after the first day is 15 minutes long. The reason why the first day has no time limit is because the first spoilers. Get up! Spoilers. The first part that you get first ship part that you obtain is, and the only ship part that you will obtain in the first day is the engine. And you will be able. And I'm not gonna spoil everything else. Repeatedly press the A button to pluck all the Pikmin. At that point, you won't be able to control. You will have no control over the control stick whatsoever. Okay, come on. I just like that part for some reason. I don't know why. As you can see, get over here. Yeah, Pikmin are going to be doing stuff that you don't want them to do, which is going to be very tedious throughout the entire project. Yeah. I hate to even think of that, in fact. Get over here. Oh yeah, there is one up there. Did one seriously just trip? Oh, no. Yeah, this day has no enemies in it. As you should expect, there are going to be enemies in this game. Oh my god! Really? I didn't know there would be enemies in this game. Well, there are enemies in every single video game in the history of mankind. I'm gonna try to pluck as many Pikmin as I can. I did not want to throw that Pikmin! Come on. I think that's one right there. No. That was right. Hey! Get Olimar! Stop throwing the Pikmin! Did you not hear what I just said? Apparently not, since you just threw it 3 times in a row when I did not want you to. 14. Is there one up there? No, there wasn't. Okay. Yeah, this day is going to be basically going over this. As apparently, as you should expect. Wow, only 10 Pikmin get to carry that across. Yeah! The cardboard box tells you how many Pikmin you need to carry that across. Yeah, push it over. The Pikmin are as curious as children. Speaking of children, these Pikmin are the children form. The forms of these Pikmin are children. The leaf buds resemble teenagers or something, and the flower Pikmin are the adults. Pikmin are as cute, and the more evolved they are, that Pikmin are, the faster they will move. So, yeah, it's gonna be very tedious having to do this. I'll explain everything on screen if I can. Actually, no, I'm not going to. They form groups to perform. I almost said they perform groups to form tasks. What the hell? It's like me trying to say, make sure all the waters are planted. Yeah. And like Emil saying, rubbing skills are mathing off on me. Oh, forget it. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. I thought I can do this on my own. Okay, I'm kidding. I couldn't even talk right there. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. I thought your brain would actually hold the hope. Whatever. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned to Pikmin of Pikmin conduct. Not who Pikmin conduct. That's court misconduct! That's a warning! I'm kidding. Yeah, actually, that really doesn't fit in this game. A lot of people think that movie's bad, but I actually have that movie. And here's going over all the controls. First, press A to pick sprouts. Press A to grab Pikmin, release the throw, and press A repeatedly to pluck as many sprouts as you can without having to move the control stick. And press A to fight, to attack enemies or plants that have stuff in it. Press B to call them. X to B to call Pikmin. X to dismiss them. Use C to command and control the group in specific directions that you move the C stick. Why did I say control stick? Press L and R and Z to control the perspective. It's pretty much the camera. I shall record all this in my computer. I can press Y to access the computer. You don't have the computer! Actually, you do have part of the computer. You don't have everything else right there. Oh, this is something I've never seen before. You can also do this if you want. Over here. And before we get that, we could grab that now. But like I said, I'd rather get my number of Pikmin right at the moment. Stupid! I'm gonna like another... he was right. Get over here. Okay. Oh, 16 minutes. Yeah, this video's not... Yeah, each video is not going to be anywhere near as long as this day. I just want to... zoom into the wrong direction. I just want to get all my Pikmin up. When many Pikmin sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. Really? I thought you liked picking up Pikmin. I'm kidding. Wow, picking up Pikmin. My God. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. Then how are you a captain? I guess I try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick Pikmin from the ground. All Pikmin from the ground. Yeah, like I said 2 minutes ago. Speaking of the group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Between Pikmin that are by your side and Pikmin that are not by your side, that is. By repeatedly tapping the A button to pick up all the Pikmin, that disables your control stick. You won't be able to use the control stick until you plucked all the Pikmin. I did not want to throw the Pikmin! Hey, Alomar! Stop throwing Pikmin! Did you not hear what I just said? Okay, 25 Pikmin. That's the maximum amount of Pikmin that you're going to be having that you'll have at this day. How many times do I have to... Alomar, how many times do I have to tell you to stop throwing Pikmin? Come on. Yeah, the controls are actually very slippery in this game. And of course I get interrupted again. Yeah, this is probably going to happen a lot. That's going to be why I'm doing this as... Originally, I wasn't planning to do this as a side quest for Mario Party 4 Wario, but now that I found out that the disc is dirty, I have no choice. Open it up again, close it again, and by doing nothing to the disc, it functions again. How is that filthy? Amazing! There's no mistaking it! My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled on the most important piece of my damaged craft. But pure luck? That's not luck at all! That's Nintendo logic. Because this is the only day that has no time limit. Every single other day of this entire game is timed at 13 minutes. You always get this. It's always going to be the first part that you get. My damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? I don't know how I'm gonna get it back to the dolphin. Let's find out. Oh! We can use the power of slavery! I'm kidding. Yeah, you can't help them. You can't help Pikmin carry stuff, because, of course, you're too lazy. And you're a captain as well. I did not want to press that. Come on, move faster already. Are you... Jeez. If these Pikmin are gonna move this slow during the entire game, then there's no... That says a lot for what's going to happen in the future of this game. Did not mean to press the B button. And this will give you a random interruption. Something like this. And it starts fixing itself. Somehow. All sounds like a video game synth. I don't know why. Race with the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day that's timed. And of course I get interrupted. This is probably gonna happen a lot, so I'm gonna be cutting time out of future videos. I'm not gonna cut time out of this video because I'm gonna be explaining why I'm going to be cutting time out. Yeah. I like this song. Oh, come on! You interrupted in the middle of my favorite part of the cutscene! Game! I'm not gonna say GameCube because it's actually the game's fault, not the GameCube's fault. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. Just join him for other reasons? Oh no! They are stalking me! I'm kidding. No, they actually can't survive overnight. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakatate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense force is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. Yeah, lost in battle. Yeah, losing Pikmin in battle means you lose Pikmin when they drown, when they just get burned or get killed by enemies or get eaten or whatever, however else they die. Just losing them in battle, that you do not want that. Leaving Pikmin behind, like I just said, Pikmin cannot survive overnight. They literally can't survive overnight. And that's actually a bit of a contradiction of Nintendo logic. I'll explain that in the finale because it'll show why in the regular. That in the 100% finale. Saving. There we go. Save is complete. And that ends off the video. Goodbye, everybody.